Hey, welcome to your Virgo horoscopes for the first week of 2024, starting New Year's Eve. That would be today. Can't you tell? I'm all ready. And ending on January 6th, and we got all kinds of stuff going on because we're kicking off the week with the moon in Virgo. And it's actually kind of exciting because while it does create a huge challenge, it creates a huge grand trine at the same time to help us get over that challenge as well. And it's actually a really good energy to kick off the new year, especially for earth signs that want to hit the ground running and let's go. Let's do this. Let's make something happen. Let's make something magical. So let's start with the little bit of a challenge. And moon is in Virgo today and tomorrow in a T square with Venus as well as Saturn. And that challenge is going to last for both days. So Sunday and Monday, Venus is focused on finances, while Saturn is their focus is kind of right there on your support system, those that support you, but also really focusing your responsibility on your bad habits that you need to eliminate, which is never fun when Saturn kind of sort of points that out to you. Hey, you got bad habits, you're having money problems. These are the things that you have to fix in order to fix these problems and not have these problems reoccurring anymore. It's the truth. Unfortunately, as much of an a-hole thing to say, it is the truth. Money and financial success, somebody just said to me the other day, it has to do with the choices that you make and whether or not you're making good choices or bad choices. So this challenge sort of comes up in some cases to shine the light on the choices that you're making to determine whether or not these are good choices or not good choices. That makes sense. The grand trine, however, is a completely different story because while you're sitting here worried about your finances, everything is lining up towards your career goals. And what's going to fix your financial problem? More money, of course, in terms, especially whether it's more money at the job that you have, whether this is a brand new job that you're kicking off the year with. This is the time to really focus on those plans. And these two aspects will continue through the first 2 days of the week. So New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we are focused on career success. We're focused on fixing those problems with our finances. We're focused on setting ourselves up for success for 2024. It is a big deal. It's a lot, but you Virgos, it's go big or go home, right? I mean, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to do it all the way, right? That's kind of how that works. So the moon is in there for the first couple of days. By the time we get to the end, that T square continues into into Thursday a little bit as the moon, I'm sorry, not Thursday, Tuesday, as the moon is moving out of your sign. It does change a little bit though, as it becomes a T square with Mars and Neptune instead of Venus and um Saturn. Neptune is very much focused on old bad behavior. So this old bad behavior is really coming up. Now, I think what's interesting about this, of course, being at the beginning of the year is that's definitely something we want to eliminate in terms of being successful. Making bad choices is always going to get in the way of success. So for example, fill your day with productivity, fill your day with not productivity. Which one's the more successful at the end of the day? Or you can balance it out and do half and half. That's what I like to do as much as possible because I like that me time too. It's really important, especially when you got a lot going on there. As we get out of the moon being in Virgo, there are no planets in Virgo. We still, of course, have the Lilith or dark moon. We still have Juno also in Virgo. In fact, Juno is going to be in Virgo through the year because I have been looking at the horoscopes for all of 2024. Juno is going to be your best friend for quite a while. So, what that means is Juno is really putting that focus on your relationships, specifically the most important relationships in your life. That's going to be a main focus all year long for you guys around everything else that you're focusing on. Now, what I find interesting is Virgos are very sociable people, or they can be very introverted people. But I've known like two introverted Virgos and like 50 non-introverted Virgos. So I have to say it could go either way, but usually very sociable. Virgos are also really hardworking as well. And you guys get yourselves so into what you're doing that it does become an issue for the people around you when you just don't seem to have a lot of time. So it's really important to start off the year creating that balance between family time, time with your spouse, time with your partner, and work time. You want to make sure that you have a little bit of both because too much in either direction is going to be a problem in some capacity, either way. Also, the Lilith or dark moon is very interesting as well because focus is all on your day-to-day schedule. It's how you structure your day. And the Lilith is retrograde. It looks like all week long, as a matter of fact. Yes, all week long. So what that means really to me, because Lilith is all about making major changes here, because it's retrograde, we're not going to do that. We don't want to make major changes. We want to keep the structures of our day pretty much the same as we go into 2024. What's the term? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of where we're at with that. The rest of the week, I would say lots of time focused on your schedule, scheduling your success, creating your goals, maybe fine tuning all of your plans so that you are starting off the year in the mindset that is going to make you the most successful. Last thing that I do want to bring up is the Mercury retrograde, which does end on Tuesday. We still have that shadow period. So we do have another week of a little bit wonky all the way into next Tuesday, and then that will end. But we're really taking kind of the heat off of the Mercury retrograde. Being that it is in Sagittarius now, it could get really hot, if that makes sense. I'm going to knock on wood here, and I've said it a couple of times, so I'm probably rocking my own boat here, but it really hasn't been as bad as it could be. I mean, in terms of Mercury retrogrades that I've been through, this one, I was a little bit scared. It didn't seem to be quite that bad. So that could be different for everybody else. But um, in terms of comparing it to other Mercury retrogrades, it could have been way worse. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my coffee link, which is in the description of this video. Really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate all the support. And that's just been amazing, and I really appreciate that. I'm Melissa Bruce, the heavy metal psychic, ready to party because it's New Year's Eve. I will see you guys next week. Heck, I'll see you guys next year. And you guys make it a great week, which I know you will because it's just what you do, right? I'll see you guys next week.